Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will continue on the series that I started a few weeks ago, which is creating a digital shop using Payhip. If you haven't watched any of those videos, I will leave links below in the description box as well as within this video so you can check it out. In those videos, I talked about transitioning my digital shop from a marketplace such as Etsy into Payhip. And in the next video, I started creating a Payhip shop. If you're in the beginning process of deciding to use Payhip, I suggest you start with those videos first. In today's video, we're going to dive into creating our actual digital shop. In the last video, I showed you how to go through the steps and I only had one digital product. I went ahead and added two new digital products so we can go through with today's demo. As a refresher, in order to add a product, click on add a new product, or if you are in this area, you can also click on products. There you would be brought to the area that you can add products, add collections, etc. I have three products that I have added to this shop. To add a new product, go ahead and click on add a new product. There you would select the type of product that you need to add and go through with the process of adding the product description, the images, as well as the pricing. So since we already did that in that video, I will go ahead and show you how to add a new collection. To do that, click on collection. And the first collection is the default collection. This is what Payhip organizes for you, and this is all of your products in one collection. In this example, I have three products. I have one Google Sheets template and I have two Canva templates. What I'm going to do next is to create a collection name, and I'll call this Canva Mockup Templates. Select those two and those would automatically be added onto that collection. If you want, you can also add a collection image. In this example, I'm not going to do that. Click on add collection and move on with the process. I will create one more collection for this example so you see what it looks like with another product. So now we have three collections. The first one contains all of our products, so we don't want to touch this. Leave this as is. It is the default that comes with Payhip. We have the two additional collections that we just created. Now that we've set up some collections in our collections area, I want to quickly go over to my existing website and show you that you can have a shop page and a home page. And what do I mean by that? When you go directly to my website, you first see my home page, which shows you my shop page, it shows you my blog, and it shows you my About Me section. You could also have your website built so that when someone lands directly on your page, they go straight to your shop page, meaning that your shop page is acting as your home page. For today's tutorial, the shop page is going to serve as our home page. And as we continue on in this series, I'll show you how to build a homepage that also includes parts of your shop area. Even without a homepage, you can start directing traffic to your shop page as you go through the process of setting up your entire website. All right, so we're back to the dashboard in the demo shop. Scroll all the way down till you see Launch Your Store Builder. Click on that. Now that we're here, you can see that the collections we created have been automatically added. So if I were to click on Canva Mockup, it should only show me these two templates. And if I were to click on Google Sheets, I should only have this template. So now that we've done that, we're going to start with more global changes, meaning that we're going to change the color, we're going to add our logo, and we are going to change the font that affects the entire website. To do that, navigate to Change Store Style. Go ahead and click that. And the first option is to change colors. There are two things we can do with changing the color schemes. The first thing is that we can change the default colors that shows up where. This default color scheme that we chose comes with 5 colors: white, light, dark, black, and highlight. And this area allows you to choose what color you want to display on the actual website. So for example, if I were to change the light color from light to white, you can see that wherever we had light before, now it's white. And if I wanted to change it to a dark, everything changes to dark. How about if you wanted to change these colors to match your own branding? Here's where you would do that. Let's say I like all of these colors except for this one. So I'm going to click on that. And now I'm going to go to the area in step 2 that actually has that highlight color. Scrolling all the way down, I only see that color once. So that makes it easy for me to change. One of my favorite areas that I like to use to explore color palettes for either designing templates or actually using it for my own design needs, I go to Dopely Colors. It's free. There are many tools available related to color mixing and guides, and there are many palettes that have already been created for you. So let's say this is the palette that I want. As you can see here, you have several different palettes you can choose from. Let's say I wanted this color to be my highlight color instead. So I'll copy the hex code number, go back to Payhip, click on that background color, and you see this space here. I'm going to delete the hex code. I'm going to paste the hex code that I copied. It selects the color that I need that corresponds to that hex code, and it changes it here. And as you can see, the change is also reflected here. Let's say there's another place where that orange color was placed in this default theme. I don't see any, but let's say maybe I wanted this color as well to match. Click on recent colors because it remembers the hex code that I placed before. Click on that and it updates that color as well. Let's say for some reason you make too many changes, you change your mind, you could always hit reset to default. I'm going to go ahead and click save changes because I like it. And if I go back here and I click on switch default color theme, you can see that that highlight color has been changed. Let's say I also wanted to change this color because you know what? I kind of like this color here that has a slight pink hue to it. I'll click on that. I'll go back here and it's already highlighted. I can see that the background is one of the first places that that color appears. So I'll delete that, type in my new hex code. It's so similar, so you can't really tell. But if you look, you see that this has more of a pink hue compared to more of the beige look that we had before. Click on save changes. And now if I go back here, you can see that the theme colors have been changed. Now that we've changed the color, to change the font, go back to the store style area and click on fonts. Moving on to changing the first font, we'll change the header font. You can change the font family, the weight, the style, and the different sizes, and there are many more advanced features that you can play around with. Let's change it to this one, for example. So you can see it changes here, or this one. You can view the changes in real time. So let's say I'm going to stick with this one. Click on change, click on save, go back, and now the font family has been changed. I can change the weight if I want it, maybe more bold. I'll keep it as the default. And here you can change the style if you wanted it normal or italic. And if you wanted to change the uppercase versus lowercase, you would do that here. If you wanted a little bit more fine tuning, you can play around with this. I'm happy with the way it looks. So I'll go ahead and save it. By the way, let's say you wanted to change the font that's right here. You can click on that and it takes you exactly to where that font is. And then you can select something else and it changes right there. So that's another easy way to do it. All right, so we're going to go back and make a few more changes. And the last option is miscellaneous. So this would be fonts that don't belong in the header, the paragraph, or the buttons. And this could be fonts that are here, for example. So the product description, product title, pricing, things like that. To change these, you can actually just click directly on them and say, I wanted to synchronize with miscellaneous. And then you can go ahead and change that. So this is the miscellaneous fonts. Let's say we want to change that to the same one just to keep it more uniform. Click on that same font, click and save. The next thing we're going to change is to change the button. So here we have this button. You can see the corners are slightly rounded. You can change it to a square or you can change it to a pill form where there are no corners. I do like the round, so I'm going to keep it in that same format. I'll click on reset to default just in case I made some changes that I did not intend to. Go back. For this tutorial, we're going to stop here with these global changes. There are other things that you can customize, but that would be reserved for another video. The next thing we want to do is to edit the header. Now, this header section is going to be reflected in your shop as well as other areas of this website. So if you already had your homepage built, for example, and you change your header, this header will be reflected in your homepage as well. If you had your blog, it will be reflected in your blog as well. So go ahead and click on header. Here is where we'll add our logo, change the navigation links, change some settings, add an announcement bar, which could come in really handy when you are setting up your shop, and add a few additional elements. The first thing we're going to do here is to add a store logo. To do this, click on the icon, add store logo, choose store logo. I'm going to select one I already uploaded. If you don't have one uploaded, all you need to do is click on upload, select the logo from your computer. I already did this before, so it is already in my upload area. Choose this image, And as you can see, you can play around with the heights. So if you upload your logo and it's too small, you can adjust the height to make it a little bit bigger. I'll keep this somewhere around 97 and click on Save Changes. If you wanted to change your store title name, this is where you would also do that. We're going to skip navigation links for now. We'll come back to it. Click on Header Setting. And here is where you change how this area is arranged. So what do I mean by that? Let's click on Change Header Layout. So you can see this is the default. You have the logo and you have the different links beneath it. And then you have the two additional icons to the side. If you wanted this style, which is what I really like, the logo is all the way to the left and the other links are to the right, you can do that. Another option that I also like is to have the logo on the left-hand side, the links in the middle, and the additional icons on the right-hand side. This is why I love Payhip so much. It's so easy to make changes to your website. So let's say I wanted this option. I'll choose this layout and click on Save. And if you wanted your header transparent, this is a quick point I wanted to show that actually makes a difference. You can say yes, but if you don't want it transparent, we can say no. And then you can change the color of the header so you can change it to white. That way it stands out. So this is a style approach if you wanted to do that. If you wanted something that was more dark theme, you would have to change your logo to maybe something white, but this is an option too. If you wanted to change it to the highlight color, you can do so as well. Just remember you do have the option. If you wanted more of that seamless style, change it back to transparent and it flows with the color that you already have for the website page. I'll leave that as transparent. Click on Save. Now we're going to go back. Go to Navigation Link. Click on Edit Navigation Link. Right now we have two links that have been previewed for us. If we wanted to delete that, we would just click on the Remove Navigation Link. If you wanted to rename it, you can do so as well. So if you wanted this to say Digital Shop, for example, you can just rename it Digital Shop. This link has been created for you. You don't want to touch that. If you wanted the link to open up in a new tab, you can click on that. I'm going to leave it as is. Click on Save. You can do the same with the contacts. Maybe you wanted it to say Contact Us and click on Save. As you can see, the changes have been made. When you're done, don't forget to click on Apply Changes to make sure that everything saves and your navigation bar has been edited. Click on Save Changes. Now we're going to go back. The announcement bar. This announcement bar is so useful and we're going to definitely turn it on. When you do that, you see that it is this bar across your page. And this is where you can put several different things. Let's say you have a special sale going on. You can type the sale information here. Let's say you are doing a Thanksgiving 50% off sale. You could put that here. And then when the sale is over, you can just delete it. And there you go. And if you wanted this announcement bar to show throughout your website, you can just leave it as is. But if you wanted it to only show up on your homepage, click on homepage only. And it only shows up on your homepage. It doesn't show up on your blog and all the other pages that you have on your website. So let's say I wanted to show on my homepage only. I'll leave that checked and click Save. The last step would be to add elements. The elements are things like the search icon and the shopping cart. So these, of course, you need to have on your website because if someone was shopping, they need to be able to navigate easily to the shopping cart. Also, if they wanted to search for something in your shop, they can use the search bar. You want those two icons in your navigation bar. If you wanted to add one more, you can add this. And I like this because you can use it to highlight something. So let's say, for example, you wanted to highlight your blog or maybe your online shop. You can click on that and rename it whatever you want and change the link. And it takes you to whatever link you already have built into your shop. For this, I'll keep it as a primary color and leave everything as is. Click and save. And that is it. We're done with editing the header. It's so easy to make changes. So if you see something you don't like, go ahead and change it and make it to fit your own style. We're going to do the footer next. This is the footer area. A simple style, which is the default, or you can have columns. I'll show you what the columns look like based on my own shop. So let's hop over to my JPS digital shop. And here is what it looks like when you have columns. These are the columns. One column for your social media links, another column with a header and different links at the bottom. This is another way to organize your shop. Because we don't have any additional links, it doesn't show up when we change it to columns. It looks the same. If you wanted to add additional links, here's where you would do it. Click on Add Footer Column, and here you can add an image, which would be your logo, for example, Instagram, YouTube, any social media link that you have. Navigation links, you can add your newsletter or whatever custom text you wanted to add. For this demo, let's go ahead and add some social media links. We'll click on that and it gives us some default options, which are fine. If you wanted to change the position, go ahead and change that to center, left or right. I'll put this as center for now, and I will click on Save Changes. Now, you can see nothing happened because we haven't added any social media links, and it tells you right there what to do. You need to first visit your settings page to specify the links of your social. So let's go to that settings page. We can always come back here and continue editing our shop. So I'm just going to add a few links and we'll go back to see what it looks like. All right, so we've added the links. It would show up when we preview the website. Let's keep going. Move on to the advanced section. I'll show you a few things here. Here you can change the headers, the font size, for example, the size of the header, the size of the text, show payment icons so your customer can easily see the options that are available to accept payment. Even though I love Payhip and I recommend Payhip to everyone, I do want my website to look like it stands out and it doesn't look like part of something else. So I would change that to no. So it just looks like it's my own website. Moving on to the color scheme area, maybe you want your footer area to stand out a little bit more. You can use the highlight color, you can use the dark color, you can use the white color, whatever you want. For this, I'm going to use the dark color. And now I'm going to click on Save Changes to save everything. Let's see what it looks like so far. By the way, as you're going on with your design, you can preview what it looks like on a desktop or mobile. We've seen how it looks like on the desktop. So let's say we wanted to see what it would look like if your customer is viewing it on their phone. Just click on that and it gives you that view, which so far looks good to me. Now we're going to preview everything. It looks really clean. It looks very polished. I'll go ahead and close out the preview area. So just a quick change. I wanted to see what it looked like with a different color for the header. And I'm going to click on preview. And I do like it better transparent. So I'm going to click on as yes and click on save. And there we go. Before we wrap up this tutorial, I want to show you additional things. In the next video, I'll show you how to build your home page and how to add additional pages to your website, like your blog page and other important pages like FAQ page, refund policy, privacy policy, things like that. In addition to that, I'm going to show you something I'm currently working on. This is for my other digital shop called Designs by Darwin. This is where I mostly sell Canva templates. And for this website, I have a membership that I'm going to start in a few weeks. And in this website, I'm building a sales page. And this is one of the flexibilities of Payhip. You can build an entire sales page in Payhip with all of the parts, the payment section, FAQ section, pricing section, everything built in Payhip. This is a work in progress, but if you're interested in seeing how I built my sales page in Payhip, let me know in the comment section. Now, because I have this demo website, I can duplicate the process using this website. So if you're interested, let me know. The last part of today's tutorial would be to edit this About Me area. So let's say you wanted to keep it, but maybe make a few changes. Click on it like we already did, place the photo, upload my own image, and choose my image. I already have something written, so I copied and pasted it here. And you can build an entire About Me page. This is just a very short, quick bio that would be part of your online shop area. And moving on to the advanced, if you wanted to remove this button, we'll remove it for now because I have other ways to collect email addresses. I'll remove that. I can decide to show the social media icons, which is more useful. If you wanted to change the shape to a square, you can do that. I kind of like the circle, so I'll keep it a circle. The button style doesn't apply because we removed the button here, so that part is good to go. So maybe I wanted it to stand out a little bit more. I can use the white color so it's different from the rest of the page, or maybe even use my highlight color here, whatever you want. So I'll keep it simple, use the white color, click and save. One last time, the last step would be to preview our digital shop. So go ahead and click on preview. All right, so here it's what it's looking like We have our announcement area, navigation area, we have our shop area, about me, footer area, and payment links. And so far, I like what it looks like. If you don't like anything, feel free to navigate back and make additional changes. I like what the shop looks like, so the final step would be to publish. You have to click on publish for all of the changes to be uploaded to your website. So let's click on publish. And now we can visit our shop. And this is what our shop looks like. And this shop is ready to go. Even if you haven't built your additional pages, which of course we can start working on and get that ready to go. But if you wanted to maybe share this link on social media, on your TikTok account, on your Instagram account, Facebook, you can share this shop right now and start making sales while you're building the rest of your shop, which is why I love to build the online shop area first and then make changes as we move along and build the entire website. But you can start sharing this link. All you need to do is copy your link, share it on social media, share it to all the different places where you want people to start buying your digital products. Alrighty, so that is the end of today's tutorial. If you liked it, don't forget to click on like. If you wanted to ask a question or just leave a comment for me, this is a brand new YouTube channel, so all of the likes and all the comments and the engagement does help. And I am really passionate about Payhip, so engaging with my video will also help other people find Payhip. And of course, if you know someone that's in the process of creating a digital shop, transitioning out of Etsy or any other marketplace, please share this video with them. And remember, I have more Payhip videos coming up for this Payhip series. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers and to anyone that's returning to watch my videos. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.